What's up, everybody? A little tired. A little tired today. A little slow start, but we can't get going and get over. Holy moly. Oops, TV's loud as can be. Or the third monitor. Fourth monitor. Whatever monitor it is. Whatever number it is. Either way, welcome on in. We're here. We're here. Y'all here. Do. I think it's just top 20 or top 64 today, if I am not mistaken. Which when am I ever mistaken? Never. Hell, I am. Okay, let's get into it. I think we're already started, so let's get ourselves into it. Bear with me. Let me get some things going here. Holy moly, you guys are already here. Welcome on in, welcome on in. All right, we're getting into it. I promise we are. I'm getting a game loaded here. We gotta find, where's the homie Pac at? I wanted to start with Pac. Oh, there he is. You guys know how it goes around here, right? Round one, Pac. I'm late. I'm pissed off now. Now I'm mad. Now I'm angry. Why isn't it work? Oh. Discord, why are you being weird today? There it goes. Okay, we got some gameplay action going on. Ooh, it's Pac versus Dynamaton. This is a match of the ages here, I would say, even. Did the game freeze? No, it did not. Okay, we are live. For some reason, Discord's being goofy, but nothing new there. All right. Bing, da bang, da boom. Okay, gameplay's up. I'm working on getting the deck list loaded. Sorry, guys. Hell of a start this morning, that's for sure. Sorry for the dings. Again, it's Pac versus Dynamaton. Two of my favorite players to watch on the weekends. Both veteran Pocket Mats players. Pac bringing the cook this weekend, right? He always has something fun to watch. Plus, he always does decently well with it, too. Like, whatever he brings, it's got a good chance of making top cut. Let's see here. Make sure I got the right deck list loaded for everybody. Bing. Ga-bang, ga-boom. That's not good. That's an early loss here for Pac. All right. Well, maybe game 2 will be a little bit different here. But game 1, not looking so hot, unfortunately. Happened before I could even finish getting the deck list loaded. Okay. I gotta come up with a new key binding for turning on and off the gameplay, like in the center there. So I can just have it quickly hotkeyed. Because otherwise I have to like scroll and click the button and it sucks. And I don't know why I'm doing it to myself like that. I could easily keybind it. Alright, game number 2 starting off here. Pac starting off, he's going to get, well, not necessarily the best start here. No real card draw, has to rely on the May. Hold on, my dog's shaking. All right, I'm back. Bro, I am tired. Holy moly. Take me a sec. I literally, like, last second woke up for this one. I am exhausted today. Slow start. Not like this. Unfortunately, that's going to be it, I think, for Pock here. Just too bad of a second start. They attack this turn, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think they attack this turn. And I think that's going to be it. Be too far behind. No card draw. Nothing set up on the bench. You're going to lose your Celebi next. And then you're going to lose your ability to go Dragonite mode. So things are not looking so hot. The clock continues to count down, though. Maybe if we make it through this turn, then we might have a chance. We do have Lily and PCL. 19 seconds left. Uh-oh. Okay, there's the booster. It's boosted. Danny didn't have it. All right, we don't have it, so we do have a shot. But following turn is going to hurt. Ooh, Popsicle. Okay, hold on. We've got a game, folks. We've got ourselves a game here. We are going to see a Dragonite attack go off. I don't know if that's necessarily the right combination. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could work if we attack all on the bench next turn, right? We have to hit everything on the bench. Not only that, but we have a Lily and a Popsicle. So I guess we survive a second turn. Maybe we do get this. Hold on. Lily and a Popsicle could go crazy. Here comes the pop. We're popping off first. Come on. Come on, Dina. Help a guy out. Help a brother out. All right, PCL brings us, or not PCL, I'm sorry. Lily brings us back up to 140 out of 160, which isn't bad. We do take out, unfortunately, not what we needed to. It would have been better to have been able to take out that Dragonair on the bench. But I don't know. We're still okay here, I think, right? We survived the hit. If we can do 2 taps of damage on... He fills up the board, though. It's got to be this turn because you're not surviving another turn. We only run 1 Popsicle. PCL's not going to bring us back outside of KO range. So it's got to be this turn. Chat, you guys are hilarious. We are running on a delay today, just remember. I do see you guys in chat, but unfortunately, like I said, I am running on a delay. That PCL is going to make a difference, potentially. That means you have to get two pings on a on that Dragonair as opposed to the 1. Here we go. All or nothing, folks. Pokeball is actually good. We might have a shot. No, we don't, because how are we going to get some energy on this Dragonair is the problem. Unless we go Dragonite mode, there's maybe a shot. Hold on. Hold on. All right, come on. Big hit. Big hit. Ah! So close! Wait. Oh, no, I was going to say, why are we conceding? We have to concede, actually. We have to. God dang it. So close. Nah, god dang it. Dragonite. That was fun regardless. More people need to play Dragonite. That's so fun to watch. Huge shout out to Pock. One of my favorite players. We start every first round with Pock. So, big shout out to him. We'll see him next week, I'm sure. Great run with Dragonite. Great deck. I loved it. In the meantime, let's move ourselves into another game. Also, big shout out to Danamaton. Danamaton taking that, going into top 32 now. He's up against Dexter Morgan. Viltrum Dexter Morgan, too. Tonight's the night. They're going to duel again and again and again. Okay, so we're going to look for another game here. I'm looking right now, sorry. Take me a sec. All A lot of Sleep Scam, you guys. Get ready. We're going to end up having to watch some Sleep Scam this weekend. Get ready. That's all I'm going to say. I got one. Got a good match for us. Hold on. Let me make sure they're good to go. I think the match is literally just starting. Okay, they are. They're not searching yet, but they are literally hopping into the room, which gives me a minute or two to get the pairing set up myself and get the deck list loaded. So let's do this. I think this will be a good matchup. This will be an interesting one, too. I'm trying to find the most interesting decks to start with because there's a good chance they get knocked out right away. And then what? And then what are we left with? Somebody in chat asks, again, we are running on a delay, so I see your chats, but unfortunately, there's going to be a few minutes between me seeing them and being able to reply to them. No Drayden for Dragonite. That is very true. There is no Drayden for the Dragonite. In that situation, it almost makes you feel like maybe it would help. I do think, unfortunately, you're already, like, struggling with getting the Dragonite set up consistently, and I think Drayden's a card that's going to mess with your consistency in a way that's, as good as it sounds, probably not worth it, right? Like, you can't use the Drayden if you don't get Dragonite, so. I get it. I get why it's being skipped over on. All right, again, we're just waiting on the opponents to set up here. That's so funny. Somebody in chat says, I'd trade a body part to have a Hank Hill impersonation like that. And I tell you what, it's opened some doors in life for me, that's for sure. Whoa. Oh, I'm losing it. Whoa, whoa. You ever have the Hank Hill voice crack? I sound like the other guy on King of the Hill. Thank you. All right, let's lock in for real. This is going to be our first top 32 match. Was working on getting the QR codes loaded here still. Sorry. Easily distracted. You guys bring up my King of the Hill impersonation and I'm like my eyes roll in the back of my head and I become Hank himself. Okay. Oh, you know what? Wrong deck list. Hold on. Don't do that. That one's not right yet. Have it backwards. Like I said, folks, unfortunately, it's gonna be inevitable that we run into some sleep today. A lot of sleep going around this weekend. I don't know what happened. Who sent the memo out that we're playing sleep this weekend? Somebody did. I think, you know what the problem is? And this isn't me defending sleep. This is just me pointing out the reality of the situation. Is the sleep deck is very efficient, very consistent, very fast. And it allows you to win games that you sometimes have no business winning, right? So, I think for that reason, it's one of the best ranked decks, right? Iron Bundle make rank or top cut. Oh, I think it did actually. Crap, did it? Maybe not. No, they did not. Very close. Iron Bundle would have been fun to watch. Shoulda, coulda, would have been fun. Alright guys, I'm working on getting something set up for us for the following rounds. If this doesn't... There's a chance this player can't make it today. I'm talking to him right now, there's a chance they can't make it. I'm not gonna... Maybe I will name drop, but I'm gonna build some anticipation. Or suspense first. Again, I don't know if we're gonna see him play today or not. I really hope so. I hope that's the case. Locking in on the game, though. Looking pretty good for Fengar at this point. I think they have to go for the old-fashioned sleep scam. The scamming of sleeps. Sleepy Dankest equal more sleep scam. Maybe that's what this is. Is this? Am I still asleep? Am I in a nightmare? Wake up, wake up, wake up! Did you watch the Elegance match? Let me see if we can throw it on here. Well, looks like Fengar gonna win this one. Let me see where we're at with this, because I hate to drop on the middle of a match for somebody, but I think Fengar is sitting pretty good. Fengar's up a game after this. Definitely tough for the Mega Altaria player, I feel like. Guys, I'll hop into the Elegant match next if I can. I hate dropping out of somebody's match mid-match. It's rude to do, so. If there's time to hop in the match, I will. They are in... Elegant's definitely currently in a game or in a match. But if there's time after this one ends here, I will definitely get that set up. Between Fengar and... I didn't even put the names up yet. My bad. A lot of stuff going on in the background. And again, I'm trying to get another game set up for us for the following rounds. Where we want this player to be here. Without them, we're in a world of sleep. Bone says, I'm going to suggest a pocket-themed Hank Hill soundboard for future use. I should just record myself saying a bunch of lines. Bro, I could probably sell, like, Hank Hill soundboards and stuff. Like, personalized Hank Hill soundboards. That'd be funny.
Now, what the heck sort of top deck was that?
You know what I mean? We could do a whole bunch of pocket-related ones.
Whoa!
Looking at the state of the game here. So I was thinking too is just go for the Mega Kang. I would assume you try to rush them at this point over trying to set up your Oricorio. I would assume that's what the delay was there though, is they were potentially thinking about, well, let's set up the Pichu so we can get the Oricorio going. All right, guys, I think Golfer made it. I was saying in chat, I don't know if there's a if Golfer can make it, but I think Golfer can make it. So I think we should be okay there. Looking at the state of the game here, Bonsly gonna go down. We're gonna have Greninja in the active. I think Greninja can actually take out this Oricorio, but if it does, then Greninja immediately getting taken out by Mega Kang. What am I talking about? Or Greninja's not attacking. There's no water energy here. I'm looking at the Mega Kang and I'm thinking, oh, they're running dual energy, right? No, they're not running dual energy. No, they are not. Interesting deck from Lenore. I've been seeing a lot of people play Altaria Greninja the last week or so. In fact, I've been seeing people run my all-time favorite deck, which I had to stop running because Sleep Scam came out. The Meowth Greninja Mega Altaria deck is one of my favorites of all time. Meowth, Greninja, Mega Altaria, one of the best. And this is pretty similar to that. I suppose instead of a Meowth, they have a Bonsly. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes today, guys. If you hear me not typing or talking and I'm focusing on typing, it's because I'm talking. Sorry. Jay, you need the quad box like on NFL Red Zone. I gotta look it up. Hold on. Let me look it up. Split screen view allows for 4 games. Okay, so hold on. That's actually... The problem, like, I could pull that off. The problem is the way I use Discord, I don't think it would work. What I could do, one thing I could do, though, is load up a Twitch stream alongside a Discord stream, right? Like, if we had somebody who streams their games on Twitch, I could load those 2 up simultaneously. And we could have 2 game action. Whoa, somebody might have just cooked up an idea for us. It's going to be extremely hard to pull off and like, consistently make work, but... something that could work. Plus, imagine, I already have trouble enough loading 2 deck lists. Imagine me having to load 4 deck lists per game. Red in hand. I don't know what you're going to do to get out of this. Best thing I could think of is we have a... They have a training area? They do not. No training area. I was going to say the best thing you could do here would be maybe a Cyrus sleep play on the Mega King, but even then, I think we're in trouble. I think we're in a lot of trouble. I think actually with a Giovanni. How's that gonna work? Maybe not. Say, with Giovanni, you could double KO 2 basics. Oh, they're going for the sleep play. They have to do it. Again, unfortunately, they couldn't Cyrus in the Kang to sleep him, but they're gonna sleep the Oricorial. This could maybe work. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, it doesn't, though. Second red. Start to build up our second Mega King. We do have an Illima in hand. That's going to be it. Actually, no, we don't have Illima. We already used it. Doesn't matter. That's over. That's it. All done. Mega King taking that 2-0, actually. I'm sorry, I forgot to mark the score. Again, I'm a little busy behind the scenes here. I was trying to get Golfer set up. That, to me, was super important, right? We needed to get Golfer set up. He's busy today, and he's in a spot where it's like, it's tough for him to stream. So he's been trying to stream off his phone, but he's having troubles, and we're just trying to make it all work. I told him just worry about playing the game for now. Okay, Saw It Lovers. We're going to have to watch from the opponent's end here. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, no. How terrible would it be if... Emperor, hold on. Maybe there's a chance. To say, how terrible would it be if we set this up? We go through all the work of making Golfer stream or play his games for us, and then there's no way for us to watch the games. I think I got it. Again, we're going to watch from the opponent's POV here. A little dark, but we'll make it work. Alright, so this is dark to everybody else too? Is this just me? That looks a little dark, right? Oh no. Folks, it's already bad. Oh. Not like this. Oh no, wait. I forgot. Okay, so that means It means Golfer wins game 1. We're not watching Golfer's POV for this. Fortunately, we can't. Like I said, Golfer, he was going to skip this entire thing. He is not, like, at home. He's not at home. So, he was worried about not being able to set up his stream off of his phone and have it work. But, again, I told him, like, at this point, just worry about getting to the stream. I think we can all agree there, right? Worry about getting to the stream first, and then we'll worry about setting your stream up. If anything, the opponent has it set. They have us covered on this round, so it's not do or die. All right, again, give me a sec. Getting the deck list loaded right now. Game 2 starting up right now as well. We are watching from the sleep player's point of view, I should say. So in this instance, the opponent is going to be Golfer MT. Kind of stinks. We can't see the hand, but we'll take it, right? Good enough. What's good enough for you? Good enough for me. Emperor versus Golfer MT. Ever tell you about the time, when Golfer MT won the Dankest Cup off the green on a golf course? You know how aura that is? Like straight aura. Sleep check. 1, 2. Uh-oh. That's what we were talking about. I think Golfer, he's not in a spot where it's like, okay, I can sit and comfortably play the game. We missed the coin flip. I don't know if that's necessarily do or die right now. You are an Oricorio, and really the only thing they have to attack you is an Espeon or the Darkrai ping damage. But I think with an Indeedee, which is about to pop out right here, we're going to be safe. We're going to be safe on the bench. Might as well wait to drop it, though. I think that's potentially another good idea. There's really no leap over damage, so you're safe. All right, well, we are going to take some damage here. Some damage. Interesting choice going Professor before the Lycia. Me personally, I think I would have gone Lycia first. Okay, they luck out and they find the double Darkrai. Not good for our opponent, Golfer MT. Let me get the score adjusted. He is up a game already, though. I think I'm gonna run some predictions over on Twitch. We'll get them going now. Starting this one a tad bit late, but better late than never, right? Gotta see, how does Golfer's deck deal with Sleep Scam? Golfer does run a Veil, which the Veil does prevent sleep. We are going to lose our Oricorio here in the active. However, ooh, this could be bad, you guys. I don't know if I like this. Never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. I did the math wrong. We attacked with Swablu, not an Indeedee. No, I'm sorry, not Indeedee. We attack with Swablu, not Iggly. So we don't take that extra 10 damage, which means we're going to survive. We hit the Indeedee. Indeedee. But sadly, with no other form of... Oh, come on. Why can't... Oh, no way! Okay, we pop ourselves out of it. Maybe. Barely. Just barely. This is good. This way we don't get ourselves KO'd on our turn. What would have really stunk there is if Golfer had to put something else up to get slept into. If this ends up getting taken out by sleep here, we're set, right? Then we have the whole board ready to go. We can start making some plays. Unfortunately, we are going to get hit with the training area, though. I don't know if that's necessarily good for us or not, but what happened? No, this is actually huge. This is not good at all. Because this is now going to force us to put in our other Oricorio, and we're going to take that damage on the Ori. So this is basically negating everything I was just saying, right? Training area. Gonna allow for a 40 damage hit here. Again, we are still attacking with Swablu, which... Thankfully for Golfer MT, right? Because if that would have been an Espeon, we would have been cooked this turn. This will bring us down to 30 HP. We can Indeedee back up outside of... Bro, what is going on with these coin flips? Dina, not like this, bro. Not like this. All right, well, Dina has to nerf Golfer somehow. And this is apparently the somehow. Unfortunately, I do think this is going to be a tough hill to climb here for Golfer. I don't know if we even have a shot, to be real. We might have to go into another game, guys. Might be looking at a game 3. He keeps throwing heads on, like, the turn he doesn't need it. The end of a turn, right, going into the opponent's turn, or the player's turn, so that they can re-sleep you. That doesn't help. Golfer could rush, I suppose. Little does he know, but the opponent doesn't have their Altaria yet. Still don't know if that's gonna get you... I mean, he has to fill up the board and fill up some tools here too, so we are in a not good spot at all. We've lost both our Oricorios. We lost our planes, and they have a training area down, so we have no way to tank an Altaria hit. Not only that, but the second Altaria shows up, we've got other basics down on the board too, so even if we do KO something, it's just not going to be enough, I think. Too little, too late. Here we go. Let's find out. We've got to avoid the top deck. Well, no Altaria, but we do find Espeon. Comes down to this. No! All right, we're going to game 3. Even Daisy's here to root or cheer for Golfer. She said, sleep scam? No, thanks. No, thank you. I guess game 3, we wouldn't have it any other way, right? All right, my dogs are super jealous of one another. Daisy goes on camera and Dot comes running over. She's like, I would like to be on camera too. Yeah? Okay. What do you think? Are you here to root for Golfer? I think you should. Yeah, I think you should root for Golfer. We'll root for Golfer, okay? Yeah, we can do that. You and me. This is my dog Dot, who reminds me of Dobby, the house elf. Ready to watch? Okay, you hang out right here. You're gonna watch with me. Golfer MT. We're rooting for thee. Me and Dottie, and even Daisy. You guys like my rhyme? My little freestyle? All right. Well, let's see. Game 3 starting off here. We are going second. And by we, I mean the player. Sightseer happens, but they've already got all of their stage 1s, right? Other than the Altari itself. Oh no, an Indeedee start? This could be really good or really bad. This is either really good or really bad. Okay, so we have a small balloon. That's good. We like that part. That's good. That's a brick. Where did he get that 5th card from? Oh, I forgot. Golfer had a... Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. This is bad. This is very bad. Okay, we need to wake up here. Wake me up inside. My Indeedee can't wake up inside. Bro, this is getting annoying. This is actually getting annoying. No, Dina came by and they said, no, we got to turn this deck off. Shut his coin flips off. End it. Well, we can get ourselves set up on the bench at least. There's the Dene with a cape, bumps him up to 140. Energy goes out. Again, this isn't necessarily the worst spot to be in still. Why do we keep throwing heads there? Bro, that is getting obnoxious. Alright, well... at this point, it's like, do you go... You wouldn't want to go in here. I would say no, don't go in. We need to flip heads. Need to. If we flip heads, we're sitting pretty. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, we're in it to win it. Now, if we have a Veil, forget about it. I think Veil is all but game over. Come on. Veil it up. Veil it up. It's not a Veil. That's a cape. Cape's good, still though. Okay, and we have our other Ori. Maybe we Veil this one? No Veil yet. Bro, where's the Veil at? Unveil the Veil. Good news here for Golfer is the fact that Emperor doesn't really have any counter to this. The only thing we could do is hit for 10 on Eevee. Of course, we find Professor. That hurt. That hurt to see B drawn. This is hurting. We're still looking a lot better than we were last game, though. So far. As of now. Currently speaking. All right, here we go. We're 2 for 2, baby. Let's go. We got this. 2 for 2. Just means we're due to lose the most important coin flip of them all. The final one. All right, what are we getting? Is it Veil time? It's another Ndidi, I believe, or Dedenne. Ndidi, Ndidi. Bump ourselves back outside of potential KO range here, unless they find 2 Darkrai's. But even if they do, we have our other Choreo ready to go on the bench. Our other Choreo? Our other Oricorio. Well. Ooh. Okay, they do find 1. There's 2 Darkrai's lined up in there. Luckily, no Darkrai's on the board here, so that means we do survive the hit. Ndidi also going to bump us back up to potentially outside of KO range. Downside on Golfer's deck is he does not run any sort of PCL, any way to get out of sleep, really, other than the Veil. But the Veil doesn't break you out of sleep. It prevents the sleep. I don't know where the damn Veil is at, though. It's we need to unveil the Veil. Reveal it. Tapping out for a sec. Opponent checking the deck list. Let's... All right, back into it. We're back into it. Insane Professor. Of course we're going to hit double on the Professor. Which means now Oricorio does get taken out. However, this is still kind of good for us. In fact, it's really good for us because the opponent has bench locked themselves. I don't know why you would evolve that. Honestly, that's a mistake. That is a misplay. You just lost your other chance at pulling off a sleep scam play here. We don't have enough energy on the Darkrai to sleep anything else after this. Once this active Oricorio goes down, the bench one comes in and KOs the active, leaving them with no good way to deal with that Oricorio in the active. The second one. All right, there we go. Again, gonna allow for Oricorio to go into the active now. Wait. Oh, we have free retreat on Ndidi. Okay, hold on. Let him think. Let him think. This is like putting a baby out in the active. There's the Veil. Unveiling the Veil. Prevent all effects. And there's no way to get rid of it. I think that's all but over for Golfer. Or no, I'm sorry, for Emperor. I think Golfer has it locked in now. The only thing that can do damage to this Oricorio is the Darkrai, and we're 2 turns away from being able to attack on Darkrai. They have to go in with Mega Altaria, tank the hit, attach to Darkrai, and try and pull off a Darkrai attack. Again, they're not going to get any sleep tick damage, though, from these Darkrai's. Ooh, okay. Opponent manages to find their Eevee with the Lycia. I totally forgot that was a possibility here. So now we can go in with the Espeon. Again, we're not getting any sort of sleep tick damage. We're just going to get that base damage off the Espeon, which is only going to be 40 damage. We do know Golfer should have... that he did throw a Pokeball, and he has another basic in hand. It's either going to be a Dedenne or his second Ndidi. But it's game over, right? Because he comes in and he's going to KO with Dedenne. Going to hit for 120 here. All is right in the world. All right. Big shout out to Emperor. Amazing game still. Had us all on the edge of our seats. He fulfilled his role of the villain quite well. Great games. Again, big shout out to Golfer MT for being able to stream this. Or play this, excuse me. Not, like I said, he's still having trouble setting up the stream because he's on his phone. But I figured at this point, it's more important just to get Golfer here. We'll worry about the stream side of things later on. He can get that set up in a minute. For now, we need him here. Okay, so one thing we could do. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see what's still going down here. A lot of sleep scam this week, guys. I think I'm going to go with this match because it's not too far ahead here. And it's got a good line where this will go. So I think we'll do it. Reminder, folks, we are running predictions as well. If you guys want to bet on who you think is going to win using the free channel points over on Twitch, well, you got to first off head over to Twitch, drop that follow so you start getting some channel points, and then you can bet on who you think is going to win. Oh, you guys were doing Golfer dirty last game. Everybody voted on Sleep to win. Oh, you know what? I can't do that yet. Okay, we'll set that up in a bit. In the meantime, we got to get Nabrix on the screen. The Brizzler. But he did win. So maybe it's too little too late. Let me look. All right. Well, it's going to be Golfer versus Nabrix. I think we stay here. What do you guys think? Should we stay here? Okay, let me get these two players situated. Again, I think we're going to watch Golfer versus Nabrix. What do you guys think? Golfer being again, he's the last of the Mohicans here, where he's kind of the last remaining amazing deck, I feel like. I say that without fully scanning everything, but I think he's the last remaining, like, fully unique deck. Outside of the Mega Kang, which we've seen before. Yeah, I think so. Again, I think this is the line, guys. I think it is. Trust me on this one, hopefully. I'm gonna turn we'll turn the gameplay off for just a sec till they get into the game. I don't want to leak any codes or anything. We're gonna watch, I believe, from Nabrix's POV. Golfer's still in a spot where it's I don't know, it's tough for him to get his phone set up, so we won't force that on him. At least not yet. Hopefully, I think he said he could stream if needed, but I told him we've already got Nabrix set up, so I think at this point, we'll follow through Nabrix. We'll make it easier on Golfer. Is it still? Oh, it's still set up too. Easy. Alrighty. Looks like they are searching any moment here. I heard dings, and it's Leper Messiah. Coming through with another gifted sub. Leper Messiah, thank you so much for all the support over the last few weeks. It means a lot. Honestly, it does. It's super helpful. It means a lot. With your guys' support, I'm trying to get to the point where I can run more Dankus Cups per month. And again, the support is helping a lot this month. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys again. If you guys aren't over on the Twitch side of things, we do dual stream these events. We are on Twitch and YouTube. If you guys are at all possible to leave Twitch up in the background, pull it up on a second window, third monitor, whatever you can do, leave it in the background. Let it run somehow. It helps me tremendously. We are getting super close to being partnered up with Twitch. All we need to do is average 75 viewers for a few more streams here, and I think we have it. So either way, guys, if you're not over on the Twitch side of things, head on over there. Help me out. Drop that follow. Come hang out. We are going to get this game underway any moment now. They are searching. I'm getting predictions set up over on the Twitch side of things. Another reason you guys should head over to Twitch is we are running the... Again, we run predictions. I'm trying to make it a little more interactive, right? Over the next week here, I'm going to reset up a few events, I guess, within Twitch. Like we had a marbles event where everybody was donating their channel points, aka their dank dollars, to the point of us being able to play marbles after a tournament stream ends. We did that last weekend. It was a lot of fun. So I think I'll set that up again. But again, just a heads up, if you guys can support on Twitch at all, it really helps me a ton. We are getting super close to getting partnered up with Twitch, so would love to see it. But for the meantime, you know what I'd love to see is the start of game number 1 between Golfer and Nabrix. Again, we are watching from Nabrix's POV. Nabrix does unfortunately have his hand kind of blocked off, but that might make this a little more interesting to watch. Potentially a little more annoying as well. We'll find out. All right. Got it centered there in the screen. Kind of best I can. Not really. I could do a little better, but... Close enough. Like I said, Nabrix does have his hand blocked. So we are looking at it from the window we're looking at it. He is going to get his Chen Pao out of the active, go in with Fridge, and start doing some damage. This could be bad for Golfer. He does have... or what am I trying to say? I guess for Nabrix, his real only way to get through these Oricorios is to evolve into Baxcalibur, which now he's already got 1 energy, and he might be set up and ready to do that. Let's find out. Cape goes out. I don't know. I guess Cape plus Soothing Shore does turn this into a potential 3-shot for Oricorio. We're going to have to find out. Professor goes out. There's the Soothing Shore we were talking about. Interesting choice here from Golfer. He set up the energy on his benched Dedenne, which that to me says, I've got the small balloon. I'm going to small balloon this active Oricorio and go in with my benched Dedenne and hit you for a lot. That's a lot of damage. Tough call here. Navrich hitting the retreat button. I think not starting with Suicune here is kind of hurting. We don't really have a good tank. We don't really have good card draw. It looks to me like he doesn't have the evolution, although he could. He could have it. Let's find out. Could be an all or nothing play here. Second Dedenne. We still don't even have an Indeedee down, but at this point, do we need him? Cape goes out. We're going to cape up our second benched Dedenne. And end our turn. You know, it's almost like go ahead and attack with Chen Pao. If you do, you're in trouble. I gotta be real, I think this is gonna be a tough match for Navrix. Especially considering the fact that he's, like, bricking so hard on the start here. Suicune's not necessarily gonna get through Oricorio, but it's at least it would help him draw cards. He doesn't have the Sui backs either. I think the... not the Sui backs, excuse me, the Baxcalibur. I think the Baxcalibur getting online as fast as possible is going to be, like, the biggest breakpoint for Navrix here. Only 7 seconds left. 5-4. We're not going to get an attack off, but that's okay. We at least have a board set up here. Got a kind of a sneak peek. We do have a Baxcalibur in hand, but no candy. There's the small balloon. This is not going to be good. We're going to get one Suicune out of the way here. Starting plane's going down as well, so there goes the Soothing Shore. Navrix does run a Field Blower, but... you can't Field Blower away both a Cape and a Starting Planes. Chen Pao right in the kisser comes out. Again, I think Navrix kind of backed up against the wall here. His back's against the wall. His Baxcalibur's against the wall. Guys, just a reminder, if you guys are watching this and you didn't get a chance to check yesterday's stream, Golfer is undefeated. Or was undefeated. I guess he technically still is undefeated going up into this match, right? He has not lost a match yet. He is currently... what is he now? 9-0. 9 matches in a row without losing a single one. That's insane. For a Dedenne deck, that's insane. All right, there's the Poncho. Which does mean we're going to hit for 160, and that's going to be game number 1. Very slow start there for Navrix, and I think that's kind of what caught him in a bad spot. I think for Navrix, unfortunately, he's going to have to hit those Baxcaliburs like ASAP, so he can get through an Ori wall and be able to kind of maybe, I don't know, how do you out aggro this deck? Honestly, this deck is hard to out aggro when you have to go through Baxcalibur or use Baxcalibur as your like aggro mon. We'll see. We'll see. All right, well, same rough start here. We find a balloon. I can't see in Nabrix's hand. I do see a Baxcalibur. If we find a rare candy here, it's going to be a different game. It's going to be a different game. Kind of smart on Nabrix, or excuse me, Golfer's part, though, where he's tanking with this Indeedee. I think... I think you have to tank with the Indeedee. Do 20 damage. Indeedee can heal it off and then survive the potential upcoming Baxcalibur hit. Baxcalibur goes out. Again, we're not gonna let our Oricorio get KO'd. We tanked with Indeedee here. We've got the free retreat on Indeedee as well, so we can get ourselves right on out of the active if needed. I think Golfer could be in trouble. We don't have a Dedenne start yet. And I think that's kind of what he needed here, right? Was the Dedenne start. So we could kind of immediately counter this Baxcalibur, even if Indeedee does get KO'd. Chat's talking about how Golfer is starting a wave. He's starting a fad. We're likely going to see some Oricorio Dedenne popping out over the next few days in rank. Okay, so Nabrix having to attack with Bax in the active. His back isn't against the wall. Okay, a starting planes here would be huge. Let's see what we got. One thing we could do... There's starting planes. Playing it down. This is going to be, I think, a decent-sized copycat. 4 cards. Not bad. All we got to do is find one Dedenne and we're set. We're set. That purple mouse. God, the full art looks so hot, too, doesn't it? That purple full art. I love it. That's hot. That's hot. Remember the Will Smith meme? I was just about to predict we have two balloons, so we can kind of just bounce around these Indeedees and have these act as a wall, a good wall for us. Next turn, we have the Dedenne ready to go. That's not great. That part's not great. We might still be okay, though, because Nabrix can't really get through anything here. Retreating is not the answer, because then you lose all your energy on Baxcalibur, and Ori can just block all the damage. If you attack here, you're going to lose your... Maybe not. Smart play. Now we don't get our free retreat with this active Indeedee. However... I think we can heal for... How much here? Maybe not. I was gonna say, I think we can heal ourselves outside of KO range, but unfortunately we can't. One thing we can do... Bro, Golfer is so good. I was gonna say, one thing we can do, though, is bounce around like this, right? Smart play, I think. Hit the bounce around. We only healed once, so that way we reserve our other heal for the other Indeedee, which means it can tank another 90 HP hit from Baxcalibur. Okay, Dedenne goes out. All we got to do is attach one tool, and we hit for 120. There's the Veil. I don't think Nabrix has a way to tank the hit, if I'm not mistaken. You have Chen and a rare candy, or excuse me, and a Pokeball. So that should be our other Suicune. Problem is, like, what do you do? How do you, like, do you tank this? You're not going to KO the active Dedenne. What do you do? Do we have the second evolution? There's no way. Oh, we do. Oh my god, no way he actually got it. No way he actually got it! Are we going to a game 3 here? Holy moly. I guess game 3 it is. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. Guys, don't forget, Nabrix was the original 2-time winner for Pocket Mads. Oh, we got a stretch request. I needed it. Ugh. The problem, I think, with Golfer MT's deck is it can never become meta, right? The second it becomes meta is the second we're going to see everybody teching Guzma. And all it takes is one Guzma to take this thing out. All right, Nabrix had a really good game last game. Let's see if he can continue into the next game here. I think Golfer kind of had a slow start that second game there. So, again, Nabrix's good start, Golfer's bad start leads us into game number 3. Navrix does have a hand blocker up currently. Soon as the game's up, we'll put it on the screen. There it is. There it is. All right, we're in it, and we see a rare candy fridge start. This could be bad again. Golfer doing the same thing, starting with his Indeedee in the active. This time he's going second, so he does get energy advantage, which I think is a big thing for Golfer's deck list. I don't think there's really a point in going first for him. So we threw a Pokeball, and then we attached to Indeedee. That means that that Pokeball wasn't Indeedee, and we have no other Pokemon. Not like this, Dina, not like this. Things are bad. Things are real bad. This might be game over, folks. Navrix has the candy. It's looking bad. If you had your money down on Dedenne, well... hate to say it, but... Bro, somebody put 1 point on Navrix. Somebody put 1 point on Navrix, and they're gonna win big. I think we're so far behind, folks. I don't know if it's going to matter. There's the Dedenne, at least. That's good news for us. I mean, there's still a chance, right? So you're telling me there's still a chance. We do have to fill the whole board and find 3 tools in order to KO this Baxcalibur. Field Blower potentially going out on the benched Indeedee, which now it turns it into 4 tool cards we need. This could be rough. This could be rough. Okay, 90 damage in the active. Let's see how this turns out. Navrix does run a Mars, and he does have the Mars in hand. I did get a little glimpse of it. There's one. We need 3 more in a basic. The Dedenne goes out. Clear Veil. All right. Well, 2 hits it is. Again, we're just so far behind. I don't know if we have it, folks. I don't think we do. If this ends up being Chen Pao. Okay, maybe there's a shot. I don't know. This is still so, like, not in the realm of good. It's in the realm of evil. Retreating into Suicune, but this could be potentially a mistake. Going for it, though. 20 seconds left on the clock. Hit for 80 damage here. Technically 40 damage because we're going to heal 40 of it off. Second backs. Cyrus gonna happen. Okay. Hold on. We've got a show, potentially. We've got ourselves a show. The Dene comes down. This is big. This is big. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, come on, baby. All we have to do... We did it. We did it. I think this is it. Because... now Nabrix has no Baxcalibur set up. And the thing that got us last time was Chenpowski, right? So no Chenpowski. We might be okay. I don't think Nabrix even has enough to... No, he does have enough to KO the active still. But if he does KO the active... he's in trouble. One thing we could do, too... heal up the other Indeedee, right? We can go in and... double heal on it before we go into our other Indene, or Dedenne, excuse me, Indene. Indeedene. I think all Nabrix has left is these two Suicunes. If he doesn't place down a basic, I think it's Golfer's game to take. I think. Attack goes out. Enough to KO the active. Nabrix doesn't run a Cyrus. Again, all he has is the Chen-Pao, but he doesn't have a Frigi down. He doesn't even have Chen down. Things are looking good. We're gonna go in with Indeedee first, right? Like I was just saying, we can do the double Indeedee heal. Put on another 40 HP for this Indeedee. There's the cape. Uh-oh, uh-oh. The plains down in Africa. And then a huge copycat. This could be game over right here, folks. Holy smokes, here we go. Ori. All we need is a tool. Guzma stonks are through the roof right now. Trade your full art Guzmas now before the tournament ends. Trade it now before it ends. Insane game right there. Insane games. What a series that was. Holy smokes. Big shout out to Golfer MT. Brother is on one right now. Holy smokes. All right, let's go say our condolences to Nabrix there. What a game. What a round. Again, guys, big shout out to Nabrix. He is the original two-timer. He was the first person to ever win 2 Pocket Mats tournaments. Nabrix is a great guy, too. He's just a great all-around dude. Great streamer. Great player. Big shout out to Nabrix. It's always a pleasure when he shows up to a Pocket Mats. Not only that, but he generally makes top cut whenever he does show up. Let's move on. I think we can stick with Golfer, right? Should we do it? Uh-oh. We might have goofed. Oh, he knew. Never mind. He knew. I don't even, like... We're good. We're so good. All right, Golfer is now streaming. He's got himself set up, so we're going to swap the deck list around. We'll be able to watch from Golfer's POV here. You know what, guys? Again, I normally hate sticking with a player like this for so long, but in this scenario, I think it's probably our best bet. If I were to hop off of Golfer's POV, we're going to end up watching a lot of Sleep Scam. So I think this is going to be our best bet. This is probably the most unique deck of the week. And it's cooking. It's cooking! So let's let our boy cook. And we'll, you know, we'll support him. Let me get everything set up here. Again, bear with me, guys. I'm working on getting the deck list loaded now. It should be just a sec here. I just got to swap Golfers around and load up the opponents. Crimson Ruby playing Butterfree Sceptile. We'll have to see how this goes. I don't know. I'll go back and look at the pairings for Golfer. Doesn't look like he's ran into one of these yet, so we'll see how this goes. Again, Golfer is undefeated this tournament, you guys. He is sitting 10-0. That is absolutely insane for this little yellow, what is he, a mouse? Is it a mouse or a rat? It doesn't look like a rat. The little yellow mouse. Oh ho ho! I was an attempt at a Mickey Mouse laugh. Wasn't very good. You get one of those. All right, let me get everything kind of sized up a little better here. Guys, if you are wanting to play Golfer's deck list, you guys need to get in there and play it like now, because Guzma is gonna happen if this thing pops off. Chat, I'm glad you agree. Stick with Golfer. Okay, we'll do it. I can do that for us. Little tab out there. Got to check the deck list. Again, remember, Golfer's playing off his phone here. I'm going to be real. Golfer was, like, in the middle of watching fighter jets. There's some, like, air show going on. So he has fighter jets flying over his head as he's winning. As he's undefeated in Pocket Mats. Bro, I'm telling you, the aura on Golfer is, like, unmatched. He won a Dankus Cup off the green of a golf course once. Now he's winning a Pocket Mats with fighter jets flying overhead. Who is this guy? Is this Jason Bourne? Izzy says, it's like watching an anime protagonist, the anime hero. At this point, it is, right? It's going to be, I mean, we're all going to have to put on the somber music. There might be a tear shed when he gets if he gets taken out. If. At this point, I think we're going to go hands in the air. We're giving him our energy like Goku. We're dropping a spirit bomb here. Speaking of dropping a spirit bomb, here comes a Dedenne bomb. What's scary here, though, a couple of things, right? We don't have enough HP to survive an upcoming Sceptile hit. But Ruby doesn't have it. Okay, that is indication that they don't have it. And now, I guess on the opposite end of the field, once this Butterfree goes down, they are Ori locked. So you're... Uh-oh. Potentially in a lot of trouble here. Somebody in chat says, I can't imagine this is a good matchup for Golfer. It's looking pretty good right now. Again, I think the opponent is now Orilock. There's nothing they can do to get around Oricorio. Best thing you could do here would be to Grovyle hit, which if you do that, you're getting hit for 160, right? Holy smokes. The strength on this thing. Do we run... Okay, Ruby does run a Sabrina. However, you guys see what's in the hand, right? Second Ori in hand, which means Sabrina ain't gonna matter. Go ahead, Sabrina away. I think that's an Ori lock, guys. I do declare that that is an Ori lock. We even have the veil on, so we're not getting poisoned. Not that it would matter, because we have double Indeedee. Indeedee. We tapped the forest, but like I said, there's nothing left. Well, game one's looking pretty Jove. Again, I think we are fairly locked in here. That'll be game one. You know, going into this matchup, I wasn't sure what to think at first. I also was kind of thinking, well, this might be trouble. Sceptile hits for 140, which is enough to one-shot an Indeedee, and basically both your EXs, it can one-shot. Golfer has to play this one very strategically, I feel like, and hope that we don't get Butterfree rushed. Let's load into game number 2. I mean, if game 2 is anything like game 1, I think Golfer has this one in the bag. That looked pretty crazy. All right, here we go. Game 2, starting up now. You know, yesterday I was kind of like hating on Ori. But this is like the one ethical way to play Ori, I feel like, right? I feel like this is fairly ethical. It's so crazy watching this deck, because it's like, on paper, it looks like it wouldn't work, I feel like, right? Is that just me? But on paper, it looks like this deck wouldn't work. Like, there's no energy generation. Your really only card draw is Professor and 2 copycats. And, I mean, there's no tool draw. There's no energy generation. There's nothing special. There's just 3 Pokemon and a couple supporters, your standard supporters, as well as some tools. But somehow, it works. Oh, this is going to be massive. Look at this insane 5-card copycat coming down here. Maximum usage out of this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's big, folks. It's big. That is a full board. That's 160 coming out again. I think Golfer's looking pretty good right about now. Crimson can go into Butterfree. However, like I said, we do have a Balloon already in the active. 3 tools in hand. It's so far Jovi that I don't know what Crimson could do at this point. The only thing I think they could possibly do is hope and pray. First off, they have to find a Trico this turn. Nope, that's it. Golfer MT, moving on. Wow. 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 What? That's it. That's game over. You hit for 160 and that's it. Them's the bricks. Dang. Bro, I barely had time to finish getting the deck list loaded on this one. Golfer MT, speed running to top 4, undefeated, with a purple mouse. What is happening? Bro, again, the Dedenne stocks are just, I'm sure ranked right now is Dedenne. Insane. I gotta hop in there and say, holy smokes. Wow. All right, that's gonna be our other top 4 match. We've got both top 4s ready to go. Okay, let me talk to both top 4s. Can we go second? My phone could use a break. Yes. All right, we're going to take a quick break here from Golfer MT. Both our top 4s are ready to go, but we're going to go into the other top 4 match first. Give me a sec, guys. It'll be maybe just a minute or so. I've got to get, again, both these matches kind of squared away, so it'll take me just 2 seconds. Okay. These guys are getting ready right now. I'm gonna get the deck list loaded, and then we are... I could use a quick 2-second break myself. I have to go run to the bathroom and grab a sody pop. I haven't had anything to drink this entire tournament. Let me go get everything set up first. We'll get these guys almost ready, and then we will, go do all that. Okay, Dr. D. Dr. D. Who are we gonna watch here? What are my options? Dr. D and Eloquitas. Dr. D's here. I think we'll watch Dr. D. Sounds like a decent match. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting some weird problems squared away here. You guys know me. I can't talk and type, so just enjoy me typing. Okay, I'm gonna go. They're trying to get some things fixed behind the scenes. It's gonna be just 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, again, I know I've been typing and I suck at typing and talking. I need a professional, like, what is it? Not a stenographer. A stenographer would be fun too, though. Read those back. But no, somebody to take notes, right? A secretary? Is that what that would be? Dictated but not read. That's what I want to do. Either way, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom before we start. I'll be right back. Alrighty. We're back. Get into it. It's going to be our first top 4 game here. Let me get everybody on the screen. Players are searching officially. Get the name set up here. Players are searching now. It should be just a moment. All right, here we go. Game 1 of the first top 4 matches. Of our first top 4 matches. It's going to be Eloquitas versus Dr. Indigo. Fun name to say. Dr. Indigo. Get it? Oh, that's a clever Indigo. Oh, funny guy here, huh? All right. Dr. Indigo from Japan. I believe Eloquita's from Peru, so we do have... it's awesome to see that we have players from all over the globe show up to this tournament every single weekend. That's my favorite part about this, is that we have literally a global community here. Again, guys, we are started off. This is Eloquitas playing Espeon, Sleep Altaria versus Dr. Indigo playing Vespiquen, but he does have Ogerpon, so we are technically going to be able to bust out of Sleep. That'll be like the one little bit of sleep damage. Oh my gosh, excuse me. The one little bit of sleep damage they can get off here. Interesting choice here. They did attach to Shuckle, but I think that's a smart play because Shuckle's not going to get KO'd here. Not only that, but once you attach that energy, then you get the effect of Ogerpon. We are going to play down to nothing and hit this Copycat. Copycat's back into another Copycat, as well as a second Cape. Keep the Cape. So like my coin flips. 1 out of 3. 2 would have been enough to get rid of the Iggly, which would have been nice. Predictions are up and running over on Twitch. If you guys aren't over on the Twitch side of things yet, definitely head on over there. Drop a follow. Just hang out. If you can throw Twitch up and leave it on your third monitor or whatever in the background on your Switch, on your phone, whatever you can do, it helps me a ton. You guys have no idea. We're getting super close to hitting partner with Twitch. All we got to do is up the viewer average a little bit more for a few more streams. Actually, I think we'll get it for this stream as long as we maintain where we're at now. But either way, we just need to maintain a viewer average for a few more streams here, and we can hit partner. That would be awesome to see happen. But looking at the game here, we managed to avoid any sort of Espeon at least, but to say we don't see a Mega Altaria the following turn. They do have 1 energy ready to go on the Swablu. Definitely a tough matchup for Eloquitas here. Once that Ogre Pawn goes down, you do lose half of your output, right? Your potential. Especially with a deck like this, too, where you're going to have to get 2 KOs, and you can't survive 2 Vespiquen hits. So, I don't know, you're almost better off, like, trying to rush, but at the same time, the whole thing just is hard, right? Because you also can't one-shot a Vespiquen when they have a cape on. We don't run any sort of field blower, which I almost think we might need to start running a field blower for this Espeon deck. Having things just cape outside of your KO range is unfortunate. I suppose we do also run a Sabrina, though, so there's a chance here that we get the KO here, Sabrina, and potentially clutch the next KO as well. How do they play this? Because they have to discard 1 to get the full Vespiquen effect, right? Or do you not discard 1? Hear me out. What if you don't discard this turn? Because they can't heal. Suppose it doesn't really matter. I feel like it sucks having to discard your Ogre Pawn. And you don't want to really discard your Shuckle, because if you get Sabrina next turn, there's nothing to block the damage. So you have to get rid of Ogre Pawn. Or your B. Okay, that makes sense too. I think that was actually a smart play. That was actually a smart play. All right, Force goes back out. Excuse me. Go for the attack. You don't have to discard here. I think Dr. Indigo played this pretty smart. Really not allowing Eloquitas to get a good shot at lethal here. The best thing we could do is attack into this Shuckle. Like I said, without a... Oh, we do run a field blower too. Wait. How did I miss that? Looking at it, I think I know how I missed it. It's because I'm looking at it on my OBS instead of like looking at a full screen of like the deck list. So like the picture is, it's like basically looking at a Game Boy picture. All right, Dr. D with game number 1. Again, a very uphill match or matchup for Eloquitas, trying to attack into an Ogre Pawn deck, right? When you can't clutch against a deck where you need to get 2 KOs. This deck definitely makes it difficult, right? Like you can't put anything to sleep. You have no way to like hurdle. I guess what I'm trying to say is your only way to attack through most things is with Mega Altaria in this scenario, right? Like you can't claim a KO with Espeon or Sleep. Then you have to claim 2 KOs with a single Mega Altaria, and you only run 1 Mega Altaria, so it's not like you can evolve a second one and bounce into that second one. You don't even have that luxury. You have 1 Mega Altaria and you have to claim 2 KOs against something that is immune to sleep. It's just a very, very tough... Not only that, but most of the things you're attacking into, most of these EXs are... You have to 2-shot. Not even most of them. All of them you do, unless they don't find a cape, which is almost unheard of with this deck. Or you... And you also have to have a training area set up. Not even or, it's an and. All right, we go to sleep, but there's no dark right here, so no ping damage going out, no damage taken at all because of the Shuckle effect. The Shuckle Shield. Double X speed in hand. I think that means we can just build the bench. Excuse me. Never mind. We're safe. We're back. Here we go. I think you're safe playing one of those X speeds down. Maybe even both, but I'd probably save one. That's the best thing about Ogre Pawn, is it breaks you out of sleep too, or any sort of effect. It breaks you out of the effect in addition to making you immune to it. I almost wonder if they overtuned that when they first released it, and they're like... Because now, like, look at the Veil, right? Veil doesn't do that. When you throw a Veil on, it doesn't break you out of sleep. Okay, there's a Field Blower. This could be good. That's step 1. So, if Eloquitas can find the stadium right here, right now... Not great. Oh, wait. I was gonna say, I almost wonder if you should have just gone in with Mega Altaria still and just gambled the Shuckle coin flips, right? Because that's the only thing they could attack you with this turn is Shuckle coin flips. So this could have been your one chance to lay in some real damage here with Altaria. Okay, well... I mean, you could Cyrus here. I don't know if it's necessarily worth. I think Dr. D might just be playing the hand down. Really, once... Maybe that was a mistake, though. We'll find out. It does put pressure on, right? Like, it's gonna get rid of the, Iggly here. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Whatever that professor was, it was huge. Almost froze the game. We did find a Darkrai here, so we're gonna do some... Never mind, we're not gonna do sleep damage, right? But we're gonna do enough to KO the Shuckle, is what we are gonna do. Kind of a scary spot to be in, right? So we lose to a Sabrina and a training area. Unless we find a... Even just a training area, I guess, at this point. You don't even need the Sabrina, just a training area. And they could be saving it for this very moment. We might be going to game 3 here. Let's find out. Let's find out together, shall we? I would check and see. Did he play his second copycat? Because if he didn't, I would have played every single thing I could have played right there. Because he could very easily hit you with a 4-card copycat, which finds him the training area, and then you're... You're a wasp that got hit with raid, is what you are. There it is. Game over. All right, we're going to game 3. Who'd have thunk it? But you know what the saying is. We wouldn't have it any other way. All right, one sec. We'll let him get loaded up into game 3 here. Guys, remember, stick around. We've got the Dedenne deck. The undefeated Dedenne deck in top 4. It's our other top 4 match sitting here waiting. So as soon as we're done with this first top 4 game, we'll head on over and we will get to watch Golfer MT's Dedenne deck. Undefeated Dedenne deck. All right. Game number 3. We're starting off. We do find Ogrepon right away. However, it's Ogrepon in the active. Ogie in the active. Not only that, but Eloquitas does get to go first here, so there is a chance they could actually put some sleep damage down. Uh-oh. Okay. Ironically enough, Ogrepon's still going to take some damage from sleep. That also means they have to attach to wake up if they do stay asleep. All right, we stay asleep. Not only that, but we take massive damage there. 50 damage taken. Not a great start here, I would say, for Dr. Indigo. Get the copycat, too. That was kind of a gamble copycat, I feel like, but we did it. We went for it. I think we were trying to find some form of card draw. Unfortunately, we kind of come up short here. Don't find our Shuckle to tank with either. So we are in a bad spot right here. We might have sleep in the finals, folks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. We won't go to sleep, but we will take damage. Also not going to be able to counter KO this. And then we get KO'd. The following turn, we should be able to find our Shuckle, though. That's the good news. Well, now we go for an X speed into Shuckle, I would imagine. Since we do not have our Combi set up here. Do-do-do-do-do. 2 out of 3, we needed it very badly. I don't know about you guys, but it makes me happy to see Shuckle be a meta card now. I love that. Love that for the little guy. Also, what is Shuckle? He's definitely not a turtle. I don't know what he's supposed to be. Is he just supposed to be like a blob inside of a shell? I think he is. All right, Professor goes out. You guys will have to forgive me too. It looks like the quality of the game is a little low here. But Dr. Indigo's playing from Japan, so it only makes sense that the stream quality diminishes a little bit, right? He's off his phone all the way from Japan. Still looks pretty good. It's just a little, it's like definitely probably less than 720p. Says it's 720. Probably a Discord thing, to be honest. Wouldn't a spectator mode be awesome? Nina. We're getting a big announcement next week at Worlds. Something's happening. I don't know what it is, but apparently they have reserved the, like, prime time slot, I think on Saturday or whatever, like, the prime day is there. But either way, like, Pocket has some sort of major announcement happening with 3 different CEOs. And it's like the only game to have something like this. So something big is potentially coming to Pocket. My fingers are beyond crossed. Imagine we get something. Anything. Anything would be good at this point. Attaching to Vespiquen. So the one good thing here is the fact that our opponent has bench locked themselves. They can't get their Mega Altaria set up. We're kind of biding our time till we're fully set up and ready to go for potentially a multi-attack offense. Gonna cape up the Ogre Pawn. We do run 2 capes, but interesting choice to cape the Ogre Pawn. I guess that prevents any sort of Cyrus play. We hit 1. That's all we needed. All right. Dr. Indigo on the board with the prize. Okay, well, Swablu goes down. We're setting it up. We do hit for 10 damage. Biding our time here. Actually, we don't even hit for the 10, right? I think really all we're doing is just biding our time until... Ooh, interesting choice here, but this is gonna force them... I think Dr. Indigo's got this. Sabrina in hand. We should be good to go at this point. No matter what happens, whatever comes out next, we should be good. We're not gonna be able to get put to sleep. Best case scenario, I suppose, would be a Mega Altaria KO. In which case, we Sabrina with Vespiquen. It looks like, guys, we're going to have a Vespiquen in the finals. I think chat will be happy about that. They might not even have it. Let's be real, they might not have it. I don't think they do. Wow, wow, wee wow. Just like that, folks. All right. Grats to Dr. Indigo. In fact, grats to Eloquita still. Still a great run. Regardless of whether or not you guys like sleep, it was still a good run. But that does mean we will see Vespiquen in the finals. All right. Now we need to hop back over and get our other top 4 games set up. This one's going to be a good one. This one is going to be a good one. Is this a potential rematch? This is a rematch from yesterday. Oh, no way. The rematch. Okay, let me get the deck list set up. Again, this is going to be a rematch from yesterday. What an awesome way to end this. This was literally, both players were undefeated going into round number 7, Yggdrasil and Golfer MT. And now they're meeting up again in the finals. What a way to end this. Folks, while I'm getting this set up, it'll be just a minute or so. Quick question, unrelated. Are any of you guys watching the new Lantern show? New episode is dropping today, I believe. Either way, it's pretty good. I'm gonna watch it after, well, later tonight, I suppose. All right, again, let me get Golfer's deck list set up, and then we are good to go. Good to gravy. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, this isn't the finals. Oh, I'm tripping, you guys. I am tripping. This is the other top 4 match. That last game felt like it blasted me into a finals game. All right, let me get this corrected. I'm glad I corrected that before the game actually happened. Derp. All right. IMP Yggdrasil. Well, close. We were close to having some sort of epic finals rematch. Top 4 rematch is still pretty good, though. We'll take it. We'll take a top 4 rematch. Chat's gonna roast me on this. Be like, well, it's still top 4. What are you talking about? Okay, should be good to go here. Let me get the players ready to rock as well. Boop, 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 boop. Who will win, Dedenne or... what's Yggdrasil playing? Oh, Hoopa. Hoopa! Dark Hoop. Alright, here we go, guys. Game number 1 of our second top 4 match. Starting off here. Golfer starting off, he's going second, so he's going to get energy advantage, which I think both of these decks are kind of striving and fighting for that turn 2 advantage, or energy advantage. Decent copycat here for Golfer, going to be able to find both a Dedenne and an Indeedee. I think at this point, though, you're safe just keeping it in your hand. We do run a Poncho as well as... the opponent runs a field blower, so you kind of have to be careful when and where you're dropping these things. Reverse copycat gonna happen. That's the downside, though, right? Is you did have 4 cards in your hand, and you were susceptible to a reverse copycat. We do see a balloon go down on Darkrai. But then what, right? What does Yggdrasil do to get out of this? Kind of a, again, tough spot to be in. Whatever he puts in, it's going to take Oricorio damage the following turn. And not only that, but again, the entirety of Yggdrasil's team is an EX. So you really can attack into an Oricorio very well. Golf, we're going to go for it. He's dropping the Poncho. He is... Well, first he's dropping the Indeedee, then he's dropping the Poncho, and he's going to heal up, get himself back up to full HP. Oricorio going to slap out 50 damage here on Hoopa. The following turn, we can start building up our Dedenne. Maybe not. Maybe we don't even need to, right? Maybe we just continue to attack with Oricorio since you are really safe at this point. The only thing that's going to do damage is Deceptive Needle and Darkrai Pings. You can try to Popsicle out of this. Let's see. Okay. I mean, if this is going to be like annoyance versus annoyance, right? Who can be more annoying here? Who's going to win? Oricorio or Popsicle Flips? Sadly, you only get one Popsicle Flip out of it. We do run 2 Popsicles, though, I believe. We do. Double Ori. Probably something you don't want to see here. I do think that's actually one of Golfer's best top decks is, ooh, okay, we're going it. We're going it. Going for it, I should say. Going it. I do think Golfer's in a spot where he could potentially out-aggro Yggdrasil, right? Wherever they put energy. Hold on one sec. Stabbed out. Wherever they put this energy, though, this could be a wasted Popsicle. Let's see. Maybe. Double pop. So we do get outside of 3 tool KO range. We need 4 tools now. Sorry, he's tapping out. He's checking the deck list. Full health. Popsicle still in hand on this one. See what happens here. Good news is, like, we don't really have any energy set up on Yggdrasil's end yet, right? Yggdrasil only has 1 energy on the Hoopa, 1 energy on the Darkrai, which, if the Hoopa gets KO'd, nothing's really set up to attack or counterattack. Comes down to this top deck here. Do we find another tool? If we can find another tool, it's all but over. Maybe should have dropped that other Oricorio. We'll see. I think we'll still be all right, though. 40 damage goes out. Okay, we're going for it. We're going for it. All we got to do is find a tool. Capon Indeedee's actually, or Dedenne, excuse me. Capon Dedenne is actually big here as well. 3-card Copycat coming back. Tool. Damn. Damn. So again, like I said, what do we do at this point if we're Yggdrasil? We have nothing to tank the next hit. We have nothing to... We have nothing set up. So we have no way to counter Dedenne. And really no way to tank the next hit. We could be in a lot of trouble. Okay, Needle goes out. Tabbed out for just a sec. Hold on. He's... Oh, whoa. This is sick. Oh, he did that for us, and I messed it up. Oh, no. Sorry, Golfer. That was so sick. He just showed us the jets. Remember I was telling you guys that he's got the jets flying over? All right, I won't do that again. I think he's watching the Blue Angels. Bro, again, how much aura is this? He's winning top 4 Pocket Mads undefeated with Dedenne while watching, like, fighter jets, the world's, like, most badass fighter jets flying above them. Badass. All right, let's see. Here we go. Can we lucky pop our way out of this? Poppin', nothing, poppin', nothing, poppin' enough. The unfortunate thing is we're not going to get any sort... Oh my god, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Anything's popsicle, folks. No way. Folks, we haven't seen a popsicle pop up like this in a long time. Oh no. Oh, so close. I think he needed 2 more. 1 more, really. No, 2 more. He would have needed that one plus 1 more. All right. That's going to be game number 1. What a badass game that was. Golfer MT taking the dub in game number 1. While also showing us the Blue Angels. Again, brother's winning under, like, fighter jets and stuff. You know how badass that is? Game 2 starting off. Here we go. Unfortunately, we got to start Ndidi in the active. This could be trouble. Let's see. Can we correct it? We have to go first, which means... Uh-oh. Professor has to hit here. Come on, Professor. What do you got? What do you got? Uh-oh. Okay, we don't find a balloon. That's not good. This is actually a bad start. Abort. Abort. We're going to take type advantage here, too. So, not going to be good. I would have dropped the other Ori. Why not? Maybe he's saving it. He doesn't want to bench lock himself. That's why. That's why not. Bro, again, Golfer is like light years smarter than me at this game. So that's why not. The downside, though, here it is. We're going to get hit with a 5-card copycat. All right, this is it. If we're going to see Hoopa win, this is it. All right, there's our balloon. But the damage has been done, right? We've already taken the damage. Let's see what we can do here. It's not over, right? We can afford to sacrifice one, I'm sure. I think you drop the Ori. That's my personal recommendation, but it's all right. I understand why he doesn't want to, right? You could easily bench lock yourself in a way you don't want to. Holy smokes, you guys are going absolutely massive for the predictions on this one. People are throwing the dank dollars out. How many dank dollars do you guys have? Holy smokes. I gotta start, we gotta come up with more ways to spend dank dollars. Okay, back to the game. We're gonna see a popsicle come out. And go away just like that. That's one popsicle down. They do run 2. Cyrus, uh-oh. Well, we do lose an Ndidi this way. Whomstever. That's one Cyrus down. We do have a Poncho in hand as well. A plethora of tool cards here in hand, in fact. We could probably use some heals, though. We're going to take 30 damage a turn, I think. Let's see how we play this. Cape, copycat. Hopefully we get our Poncho back. I agree. We have plenty of time here, right? We can bounce between these Oris. Be just fine. Again, nothing on the board can hurt these Oris. Second Popsicle. We need this to go away, like, now. Dina? Uh-oh. Dina! That means we're getting outside of a 2-shot. Second Popsicle down. Okay, gonna copycat from 2 into 3 new cards here, and I think... What do we have? I guess we have 1 Repel. They also have a Starting Plains. Dead Pokeball going out. Uh-oh. Phone's lagging a little bit. His phone might be overheating. Oh no, worst case scenario is the phone overheats. Golfer, you better start blowing on your phone. Cool that thing off, manual style. Just gonna, again, bounce between the Oris for a while, and I think this is your best case scenario. Don't stop doing this. At most, they can only do 30 damage a turn to you. When you have 2, like, Mega Oricorios that are sitting at 110 HP with capes on, and, I mean, they're just, again, they're Mega Oricorios. We do Repel here. This could actually be game over for Golfer next turn. Hold on, this gets scary right now. Now this gets scary. That was actually an insane play. I'm freaking out, you guys. I am freaking out. Yo, we got a Nabrix raid showing up just in time. Welcome on in, guys. Things are getting crazy. While you're here, hit that prediction button right above. Okay, here we go. Dedenne going down. We've got the Poncho. This is actually huge. Dedenne gonna be safe now from bench damage, at least for a turn, potentially. They do run a field blower, so things are still kind of scary. No way. No way. We hit the combo. No way. Womboed. Hold on. Hold on. Bro, imagine that. Imagine Yggdrasil didn't hit that 1 Popsicle flip. Imagine. This would have been a KO, but this is actually good, though, because this now bumps this Ori outside of KO range. We go in with our other Ori. We're going to build up the bench. See how we do it. Let's see how we do it. Okay, so they attack. Still kind of scary, though, right? Because now we know Yggdrasil has... I think it's actually... How's this gonna work? I think we just... We attack, we KO this active Hoopa, which means they lose their ability to hit for 120 or however much it's gonna be. The best thing they could do is go in with Darkrai and hit the Cyrus on Indeedee, but that's not enough to KO. Unless they Field Blower away the stadium! Oh no! Alright, it's game over. We're going into game 3. You guys saw how it's done? That's how it's done. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Holy smokes. Wow. I didn't even... Bro, this game has me on the edge of my seat. I'm speechless. Which is unheard of for me. Even though I'm continuing to talk right now. Alright, we're loading up game 3 right now. Between IMP Yggdrasil and Golfer MT. This is... I'm gonna go ahead and call it a grudge match from yesterday. This is a rematch. These players met up yesterday in round 7, the final round of Swiss rounds. Both players were undefeated. Golfer ended up winning yesterday, and he starts with Indeedee again. Oh, no. Okay, the good news, though, we are going second. We have a balloon. We have a copycat. There is a way, but holy smokes, this could be it. Yggdrasil looking like he's getting a god start here. He's got down Hoopa and a Darkrai. Holy smokes, you guys. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. All right. Take some breaths. It's one balloon at a time. Going for Professor over the Copycat. Interesting. Interesting choice, and it doesn't pay off. I don't think that's what you want. All we have is balloons. I might actually go throw up right now. Oh no, why not like this? Not like this! You know what? Maybe it's still not Jovi, though, because now we go... Wait, heal up for sure. Definitely do that. What are we doing here? Okay, I like this. Bro, again, if anybody can win this, it's Golfer MT. He said, I'm not taking 60 damage on Indeedee or something insane. I'm not getting KO'd on Indeedee. Holy smokes, you guys. Okay, so we have free retreat on Dedenne. All we need is this Professor to hit. You know what? Sometimes. Sometimes this just hurts to watch. I'ma cry. I'ma cry. Very good chance Yggdrasil gets KO'd right here. All we got to do is top deck. We get 3 cards coming our way. We need 1 basic, 2 tools. 1 basic, 2 tools. That was huge. The bird. Okay, bird is the word. All we need is 2 tools. Tommy, 2 tools! Tommy, 2 tools! No way! I don't even know why I said Tommy 2 tools, but that's his new nickname. No way. That's it! That's game over! Golfer wins! What a series this is! We can tank with Mega Absol, but then what? They already threw their balloon down, so if they do tank with Absol, it's like you put your energy here to do what? To retreat the following turn? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're back. No way. No way. Golfer's got it. Bro, oh my god, Holy smokes. All right, I gotta check the chat. Again, we're running the delay, so chat's probably going doom and gloom. I know I was. Oh, it's a wall of GGs. No way, no way. Both the popsicles now have to go. Here's 1, 2. All the popsicle luck was used up earlier. Wow. Wow. Finals are here, baby. All right, I need a sec. We're gonna set up the finals here. Grats to Golfer MT, undefeated with Dedenne, making it all the way to the finals. Hasn't lost a match yet. All right, let me talk to the gang here. Let me start them, slow them down real quick here. Hold up. Don't start. Wait. Holy smokes. Okay, had to stop that match before it started real quickly here. Wow. Oh, no way. It's fun watching it back. Bro, that was insane. All right, let me get Dr. Indigo's deck list set up. And then we'll be ready to roll. Holy smokes. I'm like seriously heart pounding. I feel like I need a cigarette. I don't even smoke. An in-game cigarette. All right, let me see. Let me get the deck list swapped over. Chat saying, give me my bucks. All right. Give me a sec. I'll get them. Give me my dank dollars. If you guys went in on that last one, I mean, that was absolutely insane. Who will win the finals? Vesp. Dr. Indigo. All right, here we go. Predictions are up. Just about done here. I got the deck list going. Let me tell them they're good to start here. Oh, wait. Oh, he sent me the video. Hold on. Okay, we'll do it. We'll full screen it here. Give me a sec. Let me pop. Can I pop this out? How do I do that? Pop out. Open into a new window. I'll show you guys afterwards. I've got video of the fighter jets. Again, Golfer MT in the middle of making it to the finals undefeated with fighter jets flying over his head. He's got the Blue Angels flying over him. How badass is that? All right, there we go. All right, guys. This is it. We've made it all the way to the finals. Game number 1 between Golfer MT and Dr. Indigo. Golfer MT, undefeated on Dedenne. Absolutely insane run, making it all the way to the finals with this deck. I can only imagine how many people are going to start running Guzma next week. Over the course of this next week. Okay, an insane start here for Golfer. This is actually, you guys, I just realized this is Golfer's game to win, right? What does Dr. Indigo do here? Realistically, what does he do? He has 1 Sabrina, 1 Cyrus. And if you start double Oricorio, it's game 1. Oh, no. It's not over, right? We thought last game was going to be the same thing for Golfer, but it ended up being closer than I think any of us really anticipated. We could start with an Indeedee start and no Pokemon. That's possible. Combi's actually going to get first attack here too, right? Oricorio has no energy on it. We're going to hit for 30 damage here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Well, it could be that they realize you started double Oricorio. There's no way I'm getting through 2 of them. I think, again, if we do see double Oricorio, it's instant loss. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, feels like that last top 4 game was more of the potential finals here. Oh no, hold on, it's happening, it's happening. Although we have 2 balloons and a Pokeball. Well, hold on, this other Pokeball could be an Indeedee. If it's an Indeedee, we've got a game on our hands. Okay, never mind. All right, well. Golfer. Golfer looking pretty good here, folks. It's only 1, Ori, but sometimes that's all you need. Definitely going to be a good start here against Dr. Indigo. Again, though, I think that's it. I think it's already locked, right? Because we have not just Oricorio, but an Indeedee. So the most that this Combi can do is 10 damage a turn. And you're going to have to get through 90 effective HP. And you can only take 1 hit from the Oricorio. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 hits. If this is the yellow bird, well, the bird will be the word then. Okay. I mean, this is also just as terrifying, I feel like. What if we see a Sabrina right here, though? What if we see a full board Sabrina? Okay, we don't see Sabrina. All right. Best you could do here. And you know what else sucks too is the Combi does damage to itself, so you can really only attack once. One more attack will KO. Oh, that's funny. Chat caught me coping. Well, you know what? I was trying to give him some glimmer of hope. Next week is going to be... this just messed up the rank ladder so badly. Oh, no! It's going to be Hydreigons and Guzmas. Absolutely insane games. Again, big shout out to Dr. Indigo. I think I agree with chat, too. Much respect. Brother realized, you know, it's cooked. He gave it his all that second game, but really, like, what could you even do? Once you see an Oricorio and Indeedee, or even just one Oricorio, essentially, it's game over. You know what? What a game for Golfer, though. What a day, what a weekend for Golfer. Bro went undefeated. No losses, 0 losses. All the way through the finals. Wow. Well, let's go take a look at the standings, I suppose. Holy smokes, you guys. What an end. What an end! I'm speechless. As I'm about to start talking. All right, again, that's going to be the end of Pokémon's number 43. Golfer MT taking the dub, going 13-0. Did not lose a single match. Not one. Not a single one. Should we take a look at the gauntlet that he had to go through? I think we should. Let's take a look. So he went through Mega Altaria Greninja, the Dustox deck. He went through a Lucario, a Masquerada, Suicune Baxcalibur, Vespiquen Shuckle. He went through Yggdrasil, playing Hoopa Absol. He did so well yesterday, he got that first round bye. Of course he did, right? He's undefeated. Going into top 32, took out another Espeon, or no, I'm sorry, just Altaria, another Altaria, but this one was Sleep Scam Espeon deck. Took that one out. Went into Nabrix in top 16, playing Suicune Baxcalibur. Won against Nabrix, going up against Crimson Ruby in top 8, playing Butterfree Mega Sceptile. He also won there. Top 4, he got the rematch against IMP Yggdrasil, and it was actually pretty close. Went to Game 3, and Game 3 looked a little scary there for a minute, too. But he managed to pull on through, make it all the way to the finals, where he ran into another Vespiquen Shuckle deck. And I tell you what, you might have to start teching in some sort of answer to Oricorio with Vespiquen Shuckle. There's definitely going to be some changes to the Vespiquen Shuckle deck over this next week, right? You're not going to be allowed to run the anti-Ori or the no-respecting Ori Vespiquen Shuckle variant. Like I said, all they had was the Combi. Everything else is in EX, and Combi is not really a good Pokemon for taking out 2 Oricorios with an Indeedee backer. All right, again, let's go through maybe like the top 10 and some shout outs here. Second place, we had Dr. Indigo playing that Vespiquen Shuckle deck we were just looking at. Third place was IMP Yggdrasil playing Hoopa Mega Absol. Fourth place was Eliquitas playing Mega Altaria Espeon. Fifth was Dexter Morgan, putting people to sleep night after night. He's going to do it again tonight, too. Playing Mega Altaria Espeon. Sixth place, we had Charizard. All right, Charizard Entei with Batty 2-Sick. Seventh place was Crimson Ruby playing the Butterfree Mega Sceptile. Eighth place was IMP Brendan, who is our, I think, 3-time champion, or 3-time Pocket Mats champion. Ninth place was PGX El Atomico playing Mega Altaria Greninja. We definitely saw a return of Mega Altaria Greninja this week, it feels like. 10th place was Engar playing Sleep Scam Altaria. Some shout-outs here, right? We had, there's Nabrix in 15th place. Right below him was Fengar playing Mega Kangaskhan Pichu. That was kind of fun to watch. I suppose right above that, too, let's not forget this one. We did have a Blaziken player with Mora Laurentiu. Sorry on that one. I know I butchered that one. Moving on down the list, we had some Hydreigon Absol. I could see a rise in Hydreigon Absol after what we just witnessed. Hydreigons might be a good way to counter some of these Oris. What else? We had Danamaton. Thank you for streaming, Danamaton. Below that, we had a Chandelure Oricorio in 30th place. Any else standout decks or any other standout decks here in Top Cut? I don't think there was. But still, what a run from Golfer MT. Absolutely generational run this weekend from Golfer. Bro did it right underneath the fighter jets, too. You know how badass that is? He did that underneath fighter jets. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys. where you guys want to take a look at the fighter jets? He sent me a video. Let me full screen it. Let me get it going here. Hold on. Give me a sec. Window. New. All right. Let's do Golfer MT Discord. Here it is. I'll show you guys real quickly. Boom! Whoa! What was that explosion? Damn! Explosions and fighter jets happening. How badass was that? All right, let's get back into it. Again, what a run from Golfer. What an absolute legend. What a weekend, guys. Thank you again for joining me. It was a ton of fun. Should we go? Let me see. Hold on one sec. Let me... take a quick glance at the metagame and we'll wrap things up.
Plus, we've got an announcement for the upcoming week here, guys. We've got tournaments happening. We got the new set happening. Here's the metagame, which is kind of surprising, but at the same time, not surprising, right? A lot of Mega Altaria Espeon, and it was doing fairly well. I think that's because we saw so much, like, Mega Lucario, right? Like, this was the counterpick to Mega Lucario, and it was doing well. It counterpicked well. Mega Lucario was in the dumps. Vespiquen Shuckle, I don't think you're going to be able to run the same Vespiquen Shuckle deck anymore. Hydreigon Absol, I think you could see this one go up over the course of the next week. I think this one has a good chance of being a decent deck. Charizard Entei kind of in the dumps here. Suicune Baxcalibur, that's always going to be a well-performing deck. Hoopa Mega Absol, doing fairly well, but again, if this Oricorio Dedenne deck pops off, we might see some of these decks kind of drop off. We'll have to see. Only time will tell. But actually, you know what, guys? We've got a new set coming out on Wednesday this week. I will be doing pack openings. I'm hoping, I'm trying to peer pressure Rosie into running another pack battle with me, but it's her birthday this week, so I mean, it's her party. She can do what she wants to, right? If she's busy that day, that's absolutely fine. Or if she's busy, I think the day before it is. Either way, we'll make it work, right? I think there'll be the Dankest Cup happening the day after the set goes live on the 27th at 5 p.m. I'd like to see all of you guys here. Go register. It's up on Limitless now. Again, go register for this. It'll be happening Thursday and Friday evening at 5. No, I'm sorry, that's my time. 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Mountain. It'll be, again, Thursday, Friday. It'll be a 2-day tournament. $100 prize pool with a $10 bounty. What's the bounty, you might ask? Well, the highest placing player using Team Rocket Pokemon in Top Cut will win the $10 bounty prize. It's just to try to encourage you guys to use the new cards when the new set drops. I should almost do like an anti-bounty. If you play Sleep, you get no prize money. Just the way it is. I don't know. I don't know if I could get away with something like that, but maybe we could. Either way, guys, go register for this. Again, link down below. I'll post it over on the Twitch side of things, but link will be... Excuse me, not link. It'll be linked up on Limitless. Just go to Limitless. Either way, guys, go sign up for this. That's on Thursday, Friday, and then the pack goes live on Wednesday night. If I end up not doing a pack battle with Rosie, we'll still open packs regardless, and then I think we'll go like right into viewer duels. We had a lot of fun last time running viewer duels. Eski joined us. Eski came up with some really awesome cooks, so maybe we can do that again. Either way, guys, I would love to see you guys all there at some point this week. It'll be on my YouTube, my Twitch, so make sure you guys are subbed up to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are followed over on Twitch. Thank you guys again for all the support you've shown over this last couple days. Definitely means a lot. Definitely helps out a lot, too, with being able to put on events like this. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you to the Pocket Mats team as well for the, the judges, the admin team, all that good stuff. It does take a lot of us to kind of put these events on. So, thank you to everybody involved, including Maddie himself. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Again, happening this week. Actually, go check out the video. I'm going to drop a video, I think, on Golfer's deck list. I already did, but we're going to drop a secondary follow-up video here, considering he just won the tournament. Either way, I will see you guys Wednesday. See you guys Wednesday, or in the next video. You guys have a good one. Thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, no, I messed up. I didn't end the prediction. Everybody's scamming points. Oh, no. Choose outcome. All right, grats to Golfers. Sorry, everybody that lost points. Okay, again, thank you guys. I feel bad. I didn't realize I let it run. I'll catch you guys. If you guys are watching on Twitch, hang out. We're going to raid somebody. I don't know who, but we're going to raid somebody. Before you leave, though, make sure to drop that follow. We have been blowing up over on Twitch, and we're getting really close to hitting a potential Twitch partner. We'll have to see. All we got to do is maintain a few streams of above 75 viewer average, and we can make that happen, right? With your guys' help, we could. Either way, again, thank you guys so much. Make sure to drop those follows. I will see you guys on the next live stream. That's enough yapping. Go and check out Maddie's meta breakdown video tomorrow over on Maddie's channel. We'll see you guys later. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.